we're going to explain how to detect collisions between objects on a tkinter canvas in Python. This is a common task in game development and interactive applications. We'll create a simple example with 2 rectangles, but the principles apply to other shapes as well. 1. Setting up the canvas. First, we import the tkinter library and create a main window and a canvas widget. The canvas is where we'll draw our shapes and detect collisions. We'll define the canvas size and give it a background color for better visibility. 2. Creating the rectangles. We'll use the create_rectangle method to draw 2 rectangles on the canvas. Each rectangle is defined by its coordinates, x1, y1, x2, y2. We'll store the rectangle IDs returned by create_rectangle because we'll need them later for collision detection. Let's also give them different colors to distinguish them visually. 3. Collision detection. The core of our script is the collision detection logic. tkinter doesn't provide a built-in collision detection function, so we'll have to implement it ourselves. The simplest method for rectangles is to check if their bounding boxes overlap. We use the coords method to get the current coordinates of each rectangle. Then we check if rectangle A's x-coordinates are within rectangle B's x-coordinates and vice versa for the y-coordinates. If all 4 conditions are true, meaning there's overlap in both x and y dimensions, a collision has occurred. 4. Handling collisions. Once a collision is detected, we need to decide what to do. In our example, we'll simply change the color of both rectangles to indicate that a collision has happened. This could be extended to trigger other actions like points, sound effects, or game state changes in a more complex application. 5. Moving the rectangles. To make the collision detection more interesting, let's add some movement to the rectangles. We can use a loop and update the coordinates of the rectangles using the coords method. We can implement simple movement, like moving one rectangle towards the other, to demonstrate collision detection in action. To keep the movement controlled, we need to set boundaries for the rectangles to prevent them from going off screen. 6. Updating the display. After changing the rectangle coordinates and checking for collisions, we use write !canvas.update to refresh the display and show the changes. We'll put all of this in a loop that runs continuously, updating the positions, detecting collisions, and refreshing the display, creating a simple animation. The loop keeps running until the window is closed. This script combines the setup of a tkinter canvas, creation of rectangular objects, implementation of a collision detection algorithm that checks for bounding box overlap, handling the collision event by changing colors, implementing simple rectangle movement to trigger collisions, and continuous updating of the canvas to display the dynamic changes. The whole process creates a simple demonstration of collision detection within the tkinter environment.